Bingo, we're on the air. Hey, Jen, how you doing?
Good. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing all right. I can never know exactly when we go on the air, if there's any sort of a delay or not.
Yeah,
But
or
anyway,
whether the camera's going to work.
yeah, if the camera's going to work or what's going to work or the internet's going to work.
Yeah,
Something's going to work.
yeah. But no, I just wanted to talk about franglais, because I am not boasting, but I've been here so long, and I go back and forth between the language that it must be age and having been here too long, I guess, because
Oh,
I start a sentence in English and I end it in French. But you know what? I think it's all la mode, which it's tendance, because I keep hearing the French use so many English words. I was in Gian Casino, and somebody was training, to kind of check their stock, and they both had their little computers or pads or whatever they were using. And the gal, I'm in this aisle. It was actually the chocolate aisle. And
we don't talk about that.
you can't miss the chocolate aisle here. And she kept saying, bla, 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 clique, et là, après, tu cliques là, et bon, clique, et ici, tu fais clique. I'm like, click. Mais on dit cliquer.
Yeah, but they spell it. They don't spell it like they do in English. They actually have a French word. So
what do you mean? They put an ER at the end of it now?
Yeah, no. It's not. It's I don't know how they spell it, but they spell it differently. It's francophiled. Francophiled the word.
Clique.
Clique is.
And then Stefan, I told that to my husband, and then Stefan said, oh, he saw something on Facebook where this young kid was trying to teach his grandmother how to use her phone, and he kept saying, regarde, il faut swiper.
Now, that's probably not. They probably haven't changed that one. You swipe it.
Yeah, well, then we started laughing because you put an ER at the end of it to make it, neutral, and then it's je swipe, tu swipe, you swipe.
Nous swipons.
Nous swipons, vous swipez. Oh my God. But then, they translated it as, I think it was glisse.
Glisse, yeah. I mean, to glisse, yeah. But
swipe is not really glisse. I don't know, but anyway, they're all figured.
I know swipe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I was saying you swipe a bottom, a baby's bottom. I don't even know, because I don't know what you really swipe anymore.
I don't know. You swipe your phone. That's about all you swipe anymore.
Yeah, but that's weird. Swipe A. Yeah.
Swipe A.
So, and then I was in a clothing store with my girlfriend Kitty, who's not with me right now. But and these girls kept talking about, oh, regarde cette chemise. Oh, ça c'est un boyfriend. Oh, you see, boyfriend aussi, because the plaid shirts that's really popular that you see the girls wearing, they're called boyfriend shirts. That I know, but I've never.
That I did not know.
No, see, I follow. Does
anybody out there have a boyfriend shirt?
Oh, I have 3 or 4.
Next week you have to wear one.
Okay, I'll wear my boyfriend shirt next week.
Wear your boyfriend, not your husband. Don't wear your husband. But wear your boyfriend shirt.
My boyfriend shirt. But all of a sudden I heard these 2 French girls in a clothing store talking about the boyfriend shirts. So I just, I feel like, and then somebody, then you hear them say burnout.
Yeah, those are a lot of them. But when I was first here 20 years ago, they had brainstorming. They say parking has always been a
yeah. But somebody had a T-shirt on the other day. In fact, they're made right here in Montélimar. It says "burn out." That's actually how they pronounce it. Burn out.
Burn out.
But it's spelled AOUT, August. Burn out.
Ah, okay. I like that one. That's
burn out. I'll buy you a T-shirt. I'll buy you that. Yeah, burn out. Because it's got the little chapeau on the O in out. Burn out. Well, that's how they say it.
That's how they say it. Burn out.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, franglais is really, really infiltrating the language. So I don't, if I start a sentence in French and I end it in English, I just feel like I'm right in with it.
You're right. You are.
À la mode, très tendance.
You're a hippie girl.
Yeah, très tendance. So what have you got for us today, Jeff?
Well, something local that we have here that, well, if you know, I live in the Alps, and Alps means we have cows.
Yeah.
We have cows. In French, you have cows. The thing about the cows in the Alps is that they often wear bells.
Yeah.
Really big bells. Absolutely. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, huge bells.
Yeah, love those.
And there is an area, a village, a small village near where I live, and some people in the village took out they wanted the local farmer or farmers, I don't know, I can't remember if it was one or many, to remove some of the bells from the cows because they were being gêné. They were being bothered by the cows. So they didn't.
Wait. Okay. Yeah.
They took out they made a petition. They did this petition
because of the noise.
Because of the noise, we don't want the noise. And it turned out a lot of the people that signed it. It was actually on Francois, the television. They had the little thing on local. Yeah. And I saw it on the national. I saw the national news, and it was people who. It was non-French who were living in second homes to the people who were living. Yeah. And what happened was these poor people, there was a backlash. You talk about a French or English word, backlash against these people. And they had demonstrations. They had a demonstration with 400 people, and they had as many bells as they could find. They were doing these bells. They were just ringing they're ringing the bell, ringing the bell, ringing the bell, ringing the bell. And so the people of the village, they wanted the Conseil Municipal, which is basically the village council, to try to get them to do a little bit less bells. They refused. So they really had a big backlash. And I don't think they're going to have any more. They're going to have any. Are you moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have the bell. Exactly. You got to have your bell.
That's what I used to call my husband to dinner.
And you call your husband, you got to have that bell, man. So the cows still have bells.
Tied around my neck. But you know what? That's really sad because that's just part of the Alps is those big old bells on all the cows. I mean, it's just, it's just part of the, if these people have second homes and they're out in the countryside, I mean, gee.
I don't know. Maybe some of them live. I don't know. There was 20 of them who signed it, and the backlash. I mean, they ain't coming down. It was a really social media. Some of the people on social media were kind of giving it to them. Yeah.
So actually, the cows won then.
The cows won. The cows keep the bells, man.
Good.
There's certain things you don't mess with.
Yeah, and that's one of them.
Cows with bells. You don't mess with cows with bells.
Especially in the Alps.
In the Alps, you don't do it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And I saw another documentary, but I'll tell you about it next week. Because when you were here, we have a big red King Kong on one of the round points.
Yeah.
And I think you actually put on your Facebook page the polar bear in the
Yeah, I did.
And we have a crocodile. Well, you know what? I saw a documentary on those pieces of art, but I'll tell you about it next week. Because this guy's gone really far. He's across the pond. The big pond, the Atlantic.
The Atlantic.
Yeah, so I'll tell you more about that next week.
And the other thing I saw the movie Paris Can Wait. Have you seen that movie?
No, I thought you were going to say Dunkirk. But
Dunkirk, yeah, no, I saw Dunkirk too. Actually, we saw Dunkirk too. That was kind of interesting. Yeah. No, but I saw this. I saw it last night. It's on Netflix. It's I think from last year.
What's it called?
And it's about this. Paris Can Wait.
Okay.
And it's about this woman who is taken by a French guy. She's actually married, and so there's always this, the French guy is kind
of sexual tension there.
Yeah, there's a little sexual tension there, and takes her from the south of France, or from Cannes, I believe, all the way to Paris. But he takes, he takes all this time driving and stuff, and he's got I think he's got a Peugeot, and I think it's a 404. It's a kind of an old car. Right. It breaks down, and then he gets a C3. He gets a Berlin, which is kind of now the typical French car. But anyway, it's kind of interesting. We had when we were with you, we had one time we had dried ham, and we ate it with cantaloupe.
Yeah,
and
the jambon cru.
Jambon cru, yeah. So the ham is dried out. It's the really good stuff, and you have it with cantaloupe. And they had a photo of they were eating that very, very quickly. And then the other thing was they had Dijon mustard, but it was fallow. I don't know if you've ever heard of fallow, but the guy's, oh, c'est le mieux de France. It's the best in France. It's kind of funny because a lot of times he was talking in French. So if you didn't speak French, you didn't get it. But he had these little things, and they were talking about. They went to these like a 4 or 5 course meal. It was kind of these cliches of French food, and they stop, and they of course have to have a picnic along the river, along the Rhone, probably not far from where you are, and having a picnic. They have all this cheese and stuff, and he's like, and he picks, which I've never known, but he picked a wildflower, a dandelion, and ate it. I've never done that. I've heard about that. I've heard about people doing that.
Yeah. I guess, they do. We used to do, and they do this too in France. I love you. No, he loves me.
Yeah, he loves me not.
Lions. They do that in French too. But eating them, I think, it's some of these new restaurants have flowers that you can eat. They decorate the plate with various things and flowers that you can eat. But that might have just been him showing off in the movie. I think it was just him showing off the movie. But it was interesting. It's kind of a cliche. You really have to like France. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a lot of you guys out there
like French. France. Yeah, exactly. All right, Jan. Well, we'll talk again next week.
Yeah, I've got more to tell you concerning Paris. Something that's in the open market. Yeah.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye.
Ciao.